welcome back to Q&A with producer Evan. We've got producer Evan here in studio asking questions and we're giving some answers.
Big weekend coming up this weekend. You guys know what's going on Sunday?
Father's Day.
Father's Day, that's right. So we did a big thing on Mother's Day, or the day leading up to it, right? Want to do the same thing for our dads to shout them out. So question for you guys today is, if I can, there it is. What has your dad done for you that you appreciate as you've gotten older?
He has set the example of what a man should be. And
Wow.
I certainly cannot be more thankful to that man, my father, for doing so.
You beat me to it, man. And same with my dad, I think, setting the example, and he is who I strive to be. So that's the best way to put it. So, Mia, what about you? A little different.
I was gonna say, I love that answer because in a similar way, I think my dad has really tried to emulate being like a good husband, a good father, and try to set up for me like who I'm looking for, and making sure to like demonstrate like all the things of like being taken care of and like wanting that for me as well. So yeah, my dad's really cool.
Speaking of, we got pictures of all our really cool dads. And we kind of all went in little different directions of the pictures we chose.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So, like, I know, Mia, you went, like, baby pictures when your dad was much younger.
Oh, I love that picture of me and my dad.
I went, my college graduation, Emmett's picture was, when was that? You got some curly hair, but I don't know if that's...
Yeah, that was, oh my gosh, that was 2023 when we went to the Bahamas.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep.
You know what's funny was when I was looking for my pictures, I actually saw the pictures outside Senior Frogs on the Nassau dock. So
nice.
I forgot you had a location in that picture that got cut off, but that's funny. Yeah, I forgot what it was. But yeah, like I said, we all went different directions. What do you guys want to say?
Ooh, I could tell a little story.
Say it.
So I'm pretty sure this is the story, but that hat that my dad is wearing, my dad calls it the hat that saved his life, because he was in the attic doing something, and he stood up and there was a nail that was jutting out of the ceiling. But that little spot on the top of baseball caps, that little, I don't even know what it's called, when he stood up, it tapped that. But if he hadn't had that hat on.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So he
Could
talks about
have
it as,
impaled his...
yeah.
Oof.
I was going to say it, but...
yeah, I mean, no, nothing like
but
that.
he talks about that one as the hat that saved his life. Also...
Does he still have it?
Yeah. And
I
then
hope so.
that hat, my family has debated about it before, about what color it is. Because some people in my family will argue that it is green, and others will argue that it is navy.
That looked blue to me.
I honestly don't remember what the correct answer is, but I remember it was a fight in the family group chat. And so my dad went and found the hat to like prove whatever color it was. And I remember part of the fight was, I say fight like jokingly, but part of what was said like in the chat too is like, that's not the same hat.
You got replaced.
Yeah, that's not the same one. He's like,
That's
I
funny.
know it's this one. It's the hat that saved my life. Like, no.
Yeah, I'd like to believe him. That's funny. Let's bring it over to today, in today's day and age. What has your dads taught you as you are now in a full-time job, not a little kid anymore? Different things change, different lessons are learned.
Yep, no matter what, you just got to be able to put your working pants on and go to work no matter what's going on and be able to get the job done. That's certainly what he's taught me, and
I think that's a good answer.
Yeah.
I do think so.
Yeah. My dad is a very, very hard worker, and being able to be both a family man and a hard worker, he balances it so well so that you never notice that, like, if one is taking away from the other, I don't even think that's even really like an option for him. I don't know. My dad is so impressive, and I just think he's so, like, the word that I always use to describe my parents is cool. My parents are so cool. Yeah, I mean, yeah, going back to like work ethic, my dad has always been really honest about that, making sure that we all had like jobs throughout high school, and wanting us to start, understanding workplace environments and communication, and really wanting us to be involved. And he'll like even check in with us about like work and like our jobs and things like that, and making sure that like we're working our hardest and making sure that like we're going into it putting in as much effort as possible, and really wanting us to be strong players in whatever we're setting like our minds to and going into, whether that's work or any like passion projects. No, my dad's so cool.
Yeah, that is awesome. For my dad, I lost my train of thought as I was listening to your story. My dad is a CPA, he's an accountant, so finances is a big one, and now that I live in a completely different state, away from my family, living on my own for like truly for the first time, it's a big difference to handle just all responsibilities, not just like money specifically, but doing what you need to do to keep yourself sustained as an individual and an adult in this world, especially nowadays. It's difficult, and I'm glad he teaches me those lessons. So
that's good.
Yeah.
I also like to add too, no matter how hard it gets, my dad's always got a smile on his face. He's always laughing.
That's nice.
So that's also very, I guess, inspirational.
I see how it has passed down to you.
Oh, thank you, Evan. Thank you so much.
Sorry, I cut you off on something though.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah. But yeah, that's also a trait that, I certainly want to, I guess, learn and incorporate into my life. So
makes sense, because sometimes days are down, weeks are down, but things get better. Why not put a smile on your face?
It can always be worse.
Right.
It can always be worse. At the end of the day, we're coming to work. We're able to, go to work and pay our bills.
Look where we live as well.
Exactly.
I mean, come on.
Beautiful area. I mean, it can always be worse. It really can. And, certainly we're all blessed to be able to tell the news and be able to forecast the weather and just do this as a job,
So much to be grateful for. And there's a podcast that I used to listen to a lot more of, but it's George Janko show. And one of the things that he said at one point during it was that gratitude and anxiety can't exist in the mind at the same time.
Exactly.
And I love that. I also think it's like a huge thing that my parents hone in on. My dad's always honed in on is gratitude, making sure that comes first, that there's so much to be thankful for and so many like blessings. And if you keep focused on those things, it's hard to let anything else kind of deter you away from that. And again, kind of taking this back and going back to talking about my dad, he's such a symbol of strength. Both my parents are forces to be reckoned with. They're I can't stop repeating myself that they're so cool. I'll give you guys like a little story time. There was a time that my family was visiting Rosemary Beach, and maybe a little because this has to do with weather. We were down at the beach, and it was such a bright and sunny day, and then all of a sudden, like almost like coming toward from the I think it might have actually been behind us. All of a sudden the sky turned dark, like dark, and umbrellas started to lift up out of the ground. They went flying. We got like sand that was like starting to
rotate.
Like I don't know what any of that is or was, but people were like rushing off the beach, and it was really cool to see. My dad really kind of took control of like the situation, kind of like started like helping people and really like getting people like off the beach, telling people like it was like he like rises up and takes control of situations in a way that just he's such a strong leader. Yeah. Both of my parents, they have the coolest dynamic and just the coolest relationship. They're both such strong entities, and seeing them like be able to like play off of each other and also like simultaneously both be like strong people in a dynamic that works in that way. They're amazing.
Unstoppable, as you say.
Yeah, unstoppable. I use forces to be reckoned with. But I also think when you grow up with parents that are so strong like that, it makes you have to
rise up as well.
Rise up, and that is like such a blessing. And like maybe there are times that I didn't recognize it when I was younger, that like now I'm glad that in situations I'm able to kind of like step up and rise up rather than maybe like wait for someone else to do that.
Yeah. All right, well, we're out of time today, but before we go, I want to say on my Facebook, producer Evan, WJHG, I want you guys to tell me what you remember about your dad, what you love about your dad, and if you are a dad, what lessons do you teach your children that you might have learned from your dad?
Wow.
A lot of dad talk here.
Those are a lot of good questions. Alrighty, well, we're going to be excited to see those in the comments, but for now, we're going to check in with Sean Bro in just a bit.